WWE fans, welcome to the Backstage Jabronis WrestleMania Spectacular. I know in other years we've done two shows. Trust me, we're doing one. Just one tonight, and there is about 400 matches to talk about. Plus, we've got guest picks, something we wanted to bring into this year because we hear all the time from you guys that you don't like our picks or you think you can do better. So we reached out to a few people around us and found some people who were willing to send in their reports there. I think I've got three on my side. You've got one on your side. So we'll see. We're going to go head to head with four of our actual fans and listeners. But as always,
Fans and
we are
friends.
the Backstage Jabronis. He's Daniel Snyder. I'm Jeremy York. We are the tag team champions of all things WWE media. I almost tried to throw up the WW and then I wasn't sure which way the E was supposed to go. I think that way. But don't believe us, just ask us. And before we get started, how are you, bud?
I'm doing pretty good, man. We've I've been pretty busy. I'm down to the final maybe couple weeks of my training at Panera now. As I was mentioning before we jumped on, having to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning for most of those trainings is slowly killing me, but I'm also getting used to it. On the days I don't get up at 3 o'clock, like I have to be there at like 8 or 9, or the days that I'm off, I'm able to wake up at 6 or 7, and it's not an issue. I'm like, hey, I'm fully energized.
Yeah.
So that's positive. And as kind of threw a curveball into last week, we were gonna do something last week. My hot water heater went out, and there's been a lot going on. But hey, I'm here
Yeah.
now. I can't miss WrestleMania preview.
Not at all. Like we said, just tons to get into, and I think I do want to say I've been slowly. It's this weird thing that when I'm not watching wrestling, which is very rare, if I'm at home and not watching wrestling because of all the wrestling I watch, I have been trying to finish shows. Thanks to Netflix and others for letting me find the shows I'm looking for. I just started one that is very appropriate for this show. I'm a big Stephen Amell fan. He did the show Heels. It's two seasons. They filmed it in Conyers, which is not far from where I spend a lot of my days. I do want to go check out some of the locations at some point. Maybe that could be something we field trip out and do sometime. But I've seen episode one. I'm hooked. I would probably watch anything he does anyway, but just want to shout it out that I'm late to the party. So if you've already seen Heels, you probably already know. But if you haven't, check it out. It's super cool, and it's kind of a little bit of an inside glimpse into the independent scene.
Yeah, I haven't watched the episode. I've seen many of the trailers.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Trying to
that
look.
first episode will get you.
Okay, okay. I've been
But
watching something
yeah,
on YouTube myself. Stash Club Wrestling. I think it's Stash Club Wrestling.
okay.
Um, Check them out on YouTube, guys. They're not. I don't know them. They're not promoting us in any way.
Nope.
They do a lot of stuff that I feel like me and you would have a lot of fun doing. I'd even telling you to. I'm telling you to check them out as well. During your free time, if you have a chance to get on um YouTube.
Stash Pump.
It's called STACHE Stash, like mustache, Stash
Okay.
Club Wrestling. They're great. They talk nothing but wrestling, but it's a lot of them versus each other in
Oh, hey,
different
one of their
things.
videos
Like,
popped up the other
have
day.
you seen?
Okay, I haven't seen it, but okay.
It's great. We got a lot to talk about wrestling, but I mean, I've been watching a lot of them. They're great guys. Well, they seem like it on the screen. They're great guys, and they'll they'll, for instance, each come up with a category in their head, and the other one will be like, okay, and they'll name different. Like, let's say, for instance, my category in my head is DX members, and your category in your head are Royal Rumble winners. And I'm guessing like I'd say like let's say I was to say Big Show, and you'd be like, no. I'm like, okay, so Big Show's not one of them. And then you was to be like Triple
Okay.
H. I'm like, yep, Triple H is one. And then I'd be like Stone Cold, and you're like, yep, Stone Cold's one. And we're trying to keep up. We're trying to. I got to guess that yours is Royal Rumble before you guess mine. And they do so much stuff like that. They're like you'll really enjoy it.
I like that.
Um, yeah, it's a lot of fun, and because we were talking about maybe one day, doing some more stuff like when during down weeks or something. Just yeah, because it is what it is. We don't have down weeks, but maybe we will when my schedule gets together. And yeah, but yeah, we can start with
Or
the
we might have double episode weeks because there is a guest or so that we just have to make the time frame work, and they're ready to go. So we just there are. It's not even. We're still reaching out to people. We're still in talks with people. There is one in particular that is basically ready to go whenever we can make it work.
That's okay. Okay. All right. So since I have one, I'll say my dude first, and then you can tell
Okay.
us about your three people. I hit up my buddy. If you guys have watched, if you look at my name, Daniel Snyder 8361. If you've watched me stream on YouTube, if
There it
you've
is.
watched me stream on YouTube,
What's that
you've
blanket again?
seen you've seen the name Kilote. That's my buddy. I've been playing with him for almost 10 years on the game.
Pause.
His real name's Freddie Santiago. We talk wrestling. He's actually the one that watches our shows and complained that they were too long. Um, and I told him he has nothing better to
Ready
do.
tonight is not going to be your favorite episode.
Actually, he said as soon as we get done with it, send it to him. He says, "Hey,
Okay.
send me a link." Yeah, because I told him, I said, "I'm putting you in it, dude." So I called him. I said,
Well, and I just got to get it out of the way that where in the world is Freddie San Diego?
"Up, Chicago."
There you go.
He's That's not where Carmen San Diego was. I asked him. Uh, so, but yeah, it's Freddie Santiago. Yeah, Carmen San Diego. Yeah, a little
Yeah.
difference, but same person. Looks like that looks like don't tell me Steak and Shake or Cookout. Neither.
I'm not near either one of those. You
Oh,
are.
okay. Um, but I called him right after I messaged you and said, "Let's do this tonight," and he was at work. I said, "Hey, dude, you busy?" He said, "Yeah, kinda."
So was
And
pretty
I was
much
like,
everybody I texted.
I was like, "Well, you got time to answer eight, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
14,
10, 11, 13.
13.
13. I said, you got time to answer 13 questions. And he did, and he gave me a little insight. I didn't write down his insight, but I remembered. So who you got over there?
All right. Well, let's get I'll save that one for last. Uh, as far as people I reached out to, I had already reached out to one, and shout out to him. He is independent Georgia wrestler Ryan Mark. Shout out to him as well. He is recovering from knee surgery that he just had yesterday. What is today? Yep, yesterday. Already checked in with him. He's doing okay. So far, everything's going all right. He had a checkup today. Look forward to seeing how that's going to go and all. But hopefully he'll be back soon because he's really fantastic. I've had him on this. I've had him on this network before. When he had one. Honestly, I had him on a lead up until he was in a casket match that he unfortunately was not on the good side of, and I can only imagine what that's like. But
Yes.
we like to chop it up about wrestling all the time anyway. And I reached out to him, and boy, it took I bet a minute and a half for me to get his pick. So we'll get into those here in a minute. So we got Ryan Marks. We also have the king of controversy himself, 2023, I believe, Georgia Wrestling History Wrestler of the Year, and one half of the one half of the Georgia Wrestling History Feud of the Year, as it was actually him versus the state of Georgia was the feud that won.
That's funny.
It's legit. Yep. He of course is Skrilla the Great, who took a few minutes to send in those as well. And then last but certainly not least, my original tag team partner, my brother Jared of J Rod's Diesel out in Dallas. He was in the middle of eating dinner, so I appreciate him sending his picks in for that. But also give a little shout out to his business. And you sometimes see him accompany me to a lot of shows. It was an absolute shoot when I said on a live microphone at his wedding that I have drug him across at least 2 or 3 state lines to see wrestling shows, and I don't force him at all. He willingly sometimes beats me to the car. So But yep,
Right.
those are the four people that are going to be picking against us. I did tell these people that, hey, we are going head to head. We are going to kind of see who's getting most of these, who's going to get most of these right. And I already owe Skrilla some tacos, so hopefully he doesn't beat me and I don't owe him more.
So how do you want to do this? Do you want to give our picks first and then theirs, or the other way around?
Yeah, let's do ours first and get into our breakdown because that way nothing we hear is gonna like even though we'll see them as we're going along, like nothing,
Yeah.
because if all four of them pick pick Triple H to beat the Undertaker, and then it gets to us and we were thinking Undertaker the whole time, we're like, well, man, do
Like,
we
you
want to
know what?
purposely go
Yeah.
against these guys or do we
Yeah.
want to say no? You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna swap my pickup. So we'll get our picks out and
I like
explain
that.
why. And we didn't let them explain, by the way. So unless one of them said something, I think there's one little mark next to one of them that I saw. Unless they said something, I don't know why they picked who they picked. So you guys can take it up with them. They
Okay.
are all easy to find on social media. So you can take it up with them. But yeah, let's just go right through the card. Night one,
All right.
match one. The first two matches of each night are going to be on the ESPN cable network platform. If you want to see the whole show, you got to watch it off the ESPN app. But they're doing the teasers so that you kind of know what you're missing, and hopefully you order it.
All right. Well, in that case, they're starting with some good matches then. Night one, if this is the way it goes,
Yeah.
night one, the match one, they got Division, Logan Paul and Austin Theory. As of right now, they are the tag team champions with I Show Speed going against the Usos and LA Knight, the honorary new Uso, as we've seen on Raw. Well, I didn't see it on Raw. I saw a snippet of it. I'm gonna watch Raw when we get done doing this. Um, the Usos and LA Knight win this. It doesn't make any sense in my mind for I Show Speed and Division to win. I could see. I mean, I'm sticking with what I'm saying. The Usos and LA Knight. It's the only way I could see, which would really be really neat. The only way I could see the Vision winning this if it's for some reason LA Knight turns on him and joins them.
Okay. That's not the wrinkle I was thinking, but and we're going to alternate on who goes first on these matches so that I don't
Yes.
always have the advantage of knowing what you're going to say
Okay.
because
Okay.
something you said did get me thinking. A couple of these I am, I'm 51-49 or I'm 60-40 on what I'm thinking anyway. I always like to live pick things. Very rarely do I ever write them down.
Yes. I didn't
Although,
write any of mine down.
although I will be writing our picks down for here because we are terrible at keeping up with them.
Horrible.
I'm going to put LA Uso, and we'll know
Yeah.
what that means.
I like that. LA Uso.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
trying to figure out some way to combine them, but that's the best I come up with. Um, I was thinking the same thing you were. I was like, there's no way that these three don't get the easy win that give the Usos a little bit of a bump. Hey, we took your titles from you. Sorry, but you did help make them relevant again and help boost them up because the New Day kept getting hurt and it wasn't working. The New Day's great, but it just wasn't working. LA Knight half the time can't buy a win, especially on major pay per views for some reason. He is a guy. I don't even know what to call him. But
He's this group. I mean, this modern era's Dolph Ziggler, bro, without a world title.
yeah, because he's a workhorse. He puts in the work. You can always rely on him, and it really doesn't matter if he wins or loses. So yeah, he goes out there and puts on a show, and he's good enough to go with
Great on the
anybody. He's
mic.
better than most. Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess we're
Yeah.
not saying it right. You need to say yeah.
Yeah. So
And by
is
the
that who
way,
you're
quick
going with?
side note: if you guys didn't see now granted then he was Eli Drake, but if you go watch his TNA stuff, you'll see the early origins of the yeah, and there's another word he used on the backside of it that makes it even funnier. It's some of the best stuff. But I think they're going to start this one off with just a banger, and I think they're of a I think you know where I'm going with it. I think Logan and Austin and I Show Speed are going to win. Because why would you have your tag champions lose the opening match unless Speed's the one that cost him the match? But the way they're grooming him and the way they've drug him into this, what if he's actually a willing participant and he's just playing it off right? And he's kind of an honorary member of the Vision because the Vision does kind of need a few more people. They keep getting outnumbered. I'm going to say it's going to have something to do with I Show Speed, but I think the Vision start off with a W.
All right. So I'm not trying to sway you, but this also had to do with my
Well, what you
thought
said swayed
process.
me to that side. So,
Oh, okay. Well, this is what went with my thought process. Um, I Show Speed was strictly pulled in so that that team can lose because you had nothing for LA Knight to do. So you had to turn it into a 3 versus 3.
true.
LA Knight has no one. So that's how the 3 versus 3. And they're like, okay, the Vision can lose this match and not lose the titles.
Okay. I could see that, but that's also a semi-obvious thing. And we
But this is
know
WWE.
that sounds like something the internet wrestling community would really get behind, really enjoy that. And anytime they do that, what does Triple H and TKO and the WWE do? They do the
They do the
opposite.
opposite. Yeah.
You think it's apples and oranges, and they come out with a key lime pie, and you're just like,
There you go.
what is that?
So
So I
who do
think
you I was gonna say who do your
I'm
guys
staying with the
got?
Vision. I'm staying with the Vision.
Okay. And who do your three
Oh,
guys got?
all right. So let me pull them. Of course, they're not all in one together thing here. Okay. My brother Jared, he says the Usos, so he's with you on that. Jared, I could do that. Anytime somebody's with you, I'm going to put like their initial out beside it. Anytime somebody's with me on the pick, and if they're the opposite, then we'll just write it to the side anyway.
Yeah.
Let's go with Grill of the Great, who says he's with you guys as well. He's also going Uso and Knight, and then Ryan Mark went with see, this is why we're friends. He went the Vision. He went the Vision
Okay.
on that one. So, all right. So
So
what did your buddy
Kilo
say?
Kilo said the Vision. He said he sees the Vision in them winning.
We are down the middle on that one.
Yeah. Yes. Hey, this is as I'm saying. This is going to be fun.
What was your buddy's name again?
Kilo. I call him Kilote. I mean, Kilote is his PlayStation name. That's what I call him.
I mean, well, and of course he's going to take the side of the gamer.
Who are you talking about? I Show Speed.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
he's an internet guy, but same
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. Match 2. I'll let you start this one.
Okay. What is match
Jacob
2?
Fatu versus Drew McIntyre.
You know, I read something earlier. I purposely have not read any spoiler related things, but I read something earlier that I think I know why Drew lost the title. It wasn't just Cody's politics and to set up that match. He's filming the Highlander reboot, and he is a very prominent person in it. And he's
the main character, I believe.
I believe so. If not, he's the secondary. He's number one or number 2 easy. Batista and a bunch of other big people are in this thing. It's actually the second movie Drew's done, and also the second movie that he's done with Batista. So, you know, maybe he found a buddy. But his people have found a way to keep his wrestling schedule where he can still keep making the appearances he needs to, and his travel schedule and recording schedule, great. Like, he's been able to do both. Instead, most of the time, they make him take like a month or 2 off, and they go film whatever, and then they come back. He's been able to do both. So he's just been nonstop, been going to Scotland and then to Baltimore. and then back to Scotland, and then now he's in Vegas. And, he's been going back and forth.
So,
So
so what you're
I
saying is
think
that
because that movie was coming up, that it made it easier to move the title off of him for now, and give him the matchup with Fatu that he doesn't have to always be around for to help build up, so that he can finish doing the movie.
so you're saying that Drew McIntyre's people need to get with Roman Reigns' people to show them how to schedule somebody that wrestles.
Yes, they do.
Okay.
Yes, they need to figure that out.
So, and okay,
But
so who you going with?
I've been a fan of Jacob Fatu since his MLW days, which were a good handful of years ago. So I have a producer who is trying to knock a bunch of things off. He dropped like 20 or 30 pounds straight up when he become a WWE superstar, because they said, hey, we're not going to use you for the first month or so, but still come hang out, work out, all that. He got in the best shape he's ever gotten in. He knows the injury that he had with his mouth or whatever really cost him a big time shot, but he is going to make the most of going against one of the most bona fide stars WWE has. Unfortunately, for people who don't know, the Scottish people are my people. That's where the Yorks started their lineage, or at least when we first started signing our name. So I am going with LA Knight thinks he's the one who always gets the short end of the stick. Well, Drew McIntyre says, hold my kilt there, buddy. All right. So
Yeah, I
I'm
agree with
going Drew McIntyre to get a great WrestleMania moment. It's not with a title, but he's going to beat one of the rising stars right now and one of the future big time stars in Jacob Fatu. I've got fellow countryman Drew McIntyre.
Okay. Um, I'm going to have to disagree with you on that, strictly because Drew McIntyre is really, really good at making others look great. And
Oh,
Jacob
yeah.
Fatu is going to get a bigger push after he beats Drew McIntyre.
I think he gets
I
a big one
almost,
either way.
I agree, but I almost feel like I wanted to say something. And while you were discussing your little, your thought behind everything, I was looking something up because we've talked about this for probably a year.
We really are Scottish. You can believe me. You don't have to look it up. I'll send you the link.
I know you've been talking about Nova, so we've been talking about this for about a year. This is an unsanctioned match.
Oh yeah. Forgot about that.
Yes. Could this be when we get to finally see Zilla Fatu? Wouldn't this be a good opportunity to introduce him to the WWE world with a jump in and beat down Drew McIntyre with his cousin Jacob?
I'm
I'm
gonna
just
look
saying.
something up while you're saying that.
I was looking to see. I looked it up to see if he's been signed to anything yet. The answer was no. I think the last time I seen him, he was in TNA, and he had Jeff Hardy's face paint on. If you're TNA, to me, you're somewhat WWE. Um, so,
Ooh.
but still, even without Villa, seems like you might have found something.
I found something that's gonna either help or hurt your argument.
Okay, I'm listening. Because I'm going Jacob.
Okay. I'm gonna put Zilla out beside yours just for that. Anytime we mention an odd
Oddball, yeah, yes, because
yeah.
I've got
Anytime
a couple things.
we throw a variable in there, I'm gonna put it just in case. Granted, any WrestleMania week, almost any independent wrestler that's trying to get on a different platform or try to get in front of some different people, you always go to the city that it's at. It happens all the time. Be interesting to see if they do it next year. I really doubt they do, because you try to
Because
be
it's in
somewhere
Saudi Arabia.
in town at least. Not because you can get on the WWE show, because when wrestling fans are in town, you want to show them I'm a wrestler. Come buy my stuff. Come watch my
Yeah.
match. Hey, I'm actually from Wisconsin. But here's how you can keep up with me. You get in front of different eyeballs. It's the equivalent of being on a WWE television show. Well, as of 7 hours ago, Zilla Fatu's last post says that he's in Las Vegas right now. It makes it easier to show up if you're in town. We don't have teleporters right now, or at least we don't think we do. So he's at
that we
least in
know of.
town. He says he's going to be at official WrestleCon so that we can give them a shout out too. So there you go, Zilla. I'm going to like that post too. He's in town. He's going to be at WrestleCon. He's going to be around a lot of his friends and family. Do I think he's personally going to show up? No. Would I love to see it? Yeah, absolutely. Kid's fun. He's fun. Hadn't met him yet, but everybody says he's fun. So if anybody
And
was
he's
going
got
to
the
help
same
screw over
background
Drew
as
McIntyre,
Jacob.
why wouldn't it be another member of the Fatu family?
There you go. There you go. And yeah. So that was that. Kilo
Okay.
went with Jacob Fatu as well.
Okay. All right. Um, the Devil Ryan Marks, because I'm not calling him by his other nickname. I don't know. He's really not the Devil anymore either. But Ryan went with Fatu as well. Really wish I'd put these side by side, but I couldn't. Um,
You're gonna run out of
Skrilla
room.
also, Skrilla also going to go with Fatu. And man, am I lone wolf in this one? No. Hey, there we go. That's why not just we're friends. That's why we're brothers. My brother Jared decided he's a Drew Mac fan too. Hey, we Scottish people like to stick together. We have to because we keep getting portrayed as really terrible people.
Rowdy Piper sent me a message from the Great Lakes of Heaven and said that he was going behind Drew as well.
I recently, well, it was on NWA television, but Roddy Piper's daughter wrestles in the NWA now. She's
I
pretty
didn't
good.
know that.
She's
Okay.
pretty good.
Okay. All right. So match number 3, which yeah. Stephanie Valkyr against Liv Morgan. Now, last Monday, not this previous Monday, but the Monday before, we had a little bumping of the heads, if we say
Meeting of the
so.
minds.
Meeting of the mind. It was obviously not done on purpose.
No, no.
But when it happened, you heard it. You hear the clunk. And you didn't like I seen on Instagram, I think it was Instagram, a picture of Liv's head. She had a
She had a
big
mouth. That's what you
yes.
call it. That's what you call it in MMA when you get one
The
like that.
mouth. Yeah.
It was about the size of a
It was
small field mouse, and it was sticking out of her head like a devil
it was
horn.
like right here. Yeah. Which
Yeah.
makes it, and something you couldn't see was Roxanne Perez. I don't know what it did to her, but it had to have hurt. Like it sounded like it hurt. So I'm going with Liv. And it's because Stephanie hasn't been able to stay healthy. She hasn't defended that title much at all. And it's almost to the point it doesn't make sense to keep the title on her. It's time to give Liv the title. Yeah. Yeah, because this will lead to Roxanne versus Liv down the road, I think. But I'm going Liv Morgan.
Yeah, absolutely. And the only thing I'm going to add to that, I absolutely agree. I've said Liv the whole time, the way they're playing it up. Um, the only thing I'm going to add to it, my variable is there's going to be a double turn. Fakur is going to go more evil side, and Liv. Everybody wants to cheer her so bad,
Yeah.
they're gonna get it. So I think they're gonna, whether they officially say you're good, you're bad, doesn't matter. But the crowd's gonna really get behind Liv, and Stephanie's gonna continue to do those little conniving little things she's been doing to where people are
She is
gonna start turning on her a little bit.
she is kind of like the devil though, right? So it's not it shouldn't be odd.
Oh no, it's great. I mean, and I got nothing against Vakur.
I like Stephanie.
I agree though that they have done little to nothing with both women's world titles since the beginning of the year.
And I think it's because
And
both people that they wanted the title on got hurt. And it
I
just threw
agree.
a curveball into all of it. And they just said, we just got to stick it on somebody until WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And then we're going to have a reset at WrestleMania, unfortunately. Um, I don't know. I'm not giving my heads up on the next one because I might not agree, but yeah. Yeah. So you agreed?
Yeah.
Liv?
Yeah, I got Liv on that one for sure. I'm team we're team Liv in this house the same way we're team McIntyre. So yeah, there's not many people I would pick over Liv right now.
I'm with you on that. So what do your guys got?
Uh I will excuse my brother for not listening to me enough here. He's going with Stephanie Vaquer.
I'm glad
I
I'm
just
glad
got
we've had at least one person different on every single match.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, and I figure we would with the six we're getting. We're going to get at least somebody might lone wolf it, but I think it'll be that way. But I did just get a salute from Skrilla the Great. I don't know if he was saluting me saying thank you or that I said that he's up to 2 tacos that I owe him now. Probably that. But you'll get to meet these people soon enough, for sure. He
Bring him by
Skrilla
Panera.
went live. I could see that. He's a Liv Morgan fan. And actually, Ryan it went with Stephanie Verker. So we don't have a lone wolf. We haven't got a couple going there.
All right, and my buddy Kilo went Liv Morgan.
See, there we go.
All right. So if this is how the card's really going to go, they're smart. They're smart. Night one smart because these next two matches are
And
where they need.
and can I just say there's something blatantly obvious when they announce what was on what night, even if it's not in the same order.
Yeah.
There's like 3 women's matches on night one, and they're probably back to back, if not back to back to back, because that's the way
There
they
you
stack
go.
up their shows. Because they're
There
like,
you go.
well, we're already getting you thinking about women's wrestling, so let me show you more, and then let me show you more, and then we're going to give you the appetizer for the next meal.
I will say
But
this though.
and the one that they lone wolf, the one that they stuck on night two, I think is there on purpose.
Yes. I don't like the order that they put him in here
I hope
because
not.
the
Yeah,
way it is here is the Stephanie match followed by the AJ match, then followed by the tag team match. I feel like the tag team match should be between the two single matches.
either way, I could see either way. I see what you're saying, and I probably agree more there. But I don't know. You could even lead off with the tag match, and I think it'd be okay.
Yeah. I mean, well, like I said, the next match is AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch. Who you got?
Um, always been an AJ Lee fan. Um, pretty big fan of her husband too. They have done little to nothing with her return. In fact, half the time I forget she came back. And on the other side is not only the man, Becky Lynch, but the best women's wrestler of all time. Just ask Sports Illustrated. Just ask the Backstage Jabronis. Ask ESPN. Ask her if you
It's
want
not
to.
just
Ask
us
Seth
saying it.
Rollins. He's very unbiased about the whole thing. The man Becky Lynch is going to win this. I don't know if she gets the title back. I think I'm going to say she takes the title back. She gets the title back. She takes it off of her, and they continue to feud into Backlash, which is going to feature another women's match that didn't make WrestleMania.
Okay. I figured that which I think could still happen because there's one more spot on night two, and there is another SmackDown. I figured the Kabuki Warriors would face each other,
Nope.
but
You're
neither one.
halfway to the match I was talking about.
Okay, well, so I'm saying neither one of them's even on this entire card, which is weird. How do
No.
you not?
Io versus Asuka was a late scratch from the WrestleMania card. As of about 3 or 4 weeks ago, it was penciled in, and just I don't know what happened, if the steam come out of it or what, but it's probably going to be after WrestleMania when those two face off.
Okay. Okay. Maybe Io's really hurt because she's playing off an injury right now. Maybe she's really hurt.
I mean, she did
Um,
slap pretty good.
right. But back, yeah, my turn on the AJ Lee Becky.
Yep.
I've been going back and forth. Because what you said is exactly what was kind of weighing in on helping my. They did absolutely nothing with AJ Lee in this belt.
No.
It's and I'm like, why did we put the title on her other than to have her defend it at WrestleMania? That's it. Becky gets the title back. I didn't know my pick for this match going into this. I was just going to shoot for the hip really on this one. The other ones I kind of went both ways. I was kind of throwed up, but this one I didn't know. But the more and more I thought about it, AJ Lee makes no sense. She hasn't been wrestling. She had a couple matches.
No.
She has not been wrestling. She ain't been defending the title. Becky takes the title.
Yeah. Absolutely. And it's not personal to AJ. But she'll get a WrestleMania moment too. She just unfortunately is going to be on the losing end of it.
Yeah. I almost feel like someone makes a return or something happens here that causes AJ to drop the title. But Kilo picked Becky as well.
Ooh, I know what it is.
What?
And you can use it. It can be our double variable. The variable on this one is going to be the referee.
Oh shoot!
She's gonna, whether she's trying to or not, instead of holding up Becky's going to use it to her advantage. Jessica Carr. She's going to use Jessica Carr to her advantage, and she's going to beat AJ Lee in some crazy way.
Or how about this? Ooh. She cost Becky the match, and a flip from many, many years ago. AJ Lee's on Monday Night Raw. Paige makes a return to go against her to take the title from her again. Remember when Paige made her WWE return and took the women's title from her?
I'm writing that down.
So
are you swapping to AJ Lee?
I'm flipping to AJ Lee. Yes, AJ Lee wins this match, and it's because of what you said. I forgot about Jessica. But now I'm thinking maybe
you're going
all this
Lee,
time,
and then you're saying Paige and Raw.
But now I'm thinking all this time maybe Becky's just been playing the referee thing, and really the referee's been in her back pocket, and they're friends, and the referee helps Becky win. And Becky's going to be her new like this going to be my new Chelsea Green and
because when Jessica Carr last wrestled, especially on the indie scene, I don't think she's been in NXT officially yet. She wrestles under a mask. It's pretty obvious when you know what kind of build she has that you can pretty obviously tell it's her when she's under the mask. But I could see somewhere down the line, maybe like you said, what if it is Paige and AJ Lee are teaming up on Becky, and somebody in a mask runs down there to save her, and it ends up being Jessica Carr. So instead of coming in against Becky, she comes in with Becky.
With Becky, yeah. We just made this match more interesting than what it was.
We did. This is now one I'm looking forward to, and it was at the bottom of my list.
Me as well.
I was like, this is going to be a throwaway. It's going to be a good match, but it's not going to matter one way or the other. Suddenly, it matters.
All right. So yeah, Kilo went Becky.
I knew I liked him. With the Ryan Marks went AJ Lee.
Good choice.
We'll have to discuss that later. Grilla went AJ as well. Man, I'm not Lone Wolf. Okay, we got some on both sides. But I'm about to Lone Wolf this, and actually my brother went AJ Lee as well. God, got to have a talking to with these people. That's funny. Your friend agreed with me, and all three of mine agreed with you.
You got smart friends.
This has
Um,
become way more fun. We've got to start doing. We might do picks, probably not every pay-per-view, but like the big ones.
yeah, the big four, or
Yeah,
like, and maybe throw in Money in the Bank, throw in,
yeah.
yeah, the good ones, not these little offhand ones. Um, Next up, this is the Fatal Four-Way Tag Team match. Their
Okay.
irresistible, words are hard, forces Nia Jax and Lash Legend, the champions, against Charlotte
Hmm.
Flair and Alexa Bliss versus
Okay.
Bayley and Lyra versus
Hmm.
the Bella Twins.
And I don't know that the Bellas are going to be in it because
Because
Nikki, I believe, is hurt.
yes, could this be where Asuka and her tag team partner take their spot?
They could. I mean, I would leave it as a trio. I'm very careful on how I describe that match. I would leave it as a trio if it was me.
I,
But
they got to get Asuka. How can you leave Asuka off the WrestleMania though?
I
You
mean, how
can't.
can you live? How can you leave Io, who's arguably one of your best wrestlers in the entire company?
That's why I feel like they're going to add another match tonight too. They're going to do something tonight too that has if she's not hurt.
I don't think you rush that because that would be out of nowhere and because I had heard there was another one penciled in that is Tiffany Stratton
That's who else
versus
isn't on there.
versus oh, I forgot the other one, and then Jordan Grace is the third one, and I'm like, this that could be good, but they were all SmackDown people, and I went, well, they could add that, but don't add it the night before. That's just I don't like that.
Yeah, I
Like
don't either
just
because
leave
it
it
doesn't
how
give
it is
it
at this
doesn't give
point.
us time to pick. So who you got?
Do I go with the obvious answer, or do I go with who I actually want and feel should win it? Yeah, do me that. She got completely railroaded last year, and her moment ripped out from under her. Give me Bayley and Lyra to win this thing.
Okay, so to me, Charlotte and Alexa doesn't make sense. They had the title already. It doesn't make sense. The Bella
Yeah.
Twins don't make sense. Even if they are on there, it doesn't make sense. And you're not going to let Nia Jax and Lash Legend keep the titles. I mean, they'll get them back sooner than later. But I do see it either them two winning or, like you said, Lyra and Bayley. And I'm leaning towards Lyra and Bayley. I think it's going. They're a great team, and
And they owe
I,
Bayley. They owe her
yeah,
big time. Not just for last year. They owe her for her career. What she's done in and out of the ring, all the training, all the seminars, all the recruiting she does that filled out that roster.
there is no Lyra without. No, there no, not there is a Lyra. There's somebody else. There's quite a few people that. Yeah,
Ton.
but yeah, I'm going Bayley and Lyra.
Yeah.
And so when I asked Kilo this, he originally said the Bella Twins, and my
Okay.
response to that was Nikki's hurt, bro. He's like, dang, you're right. He said, give me Bayley and Lyra then. So he
Okay.
originally went with Bella Twins, but like I kind of I wanted a plan B because I wasn't sure if they were going to be doing this.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, so he changed this to the Lyra and Bayley. So
Okay.
far it's
Well, I'm going to give him credit for that, but I'm also going to mark that he said Bella just in
got
case.
you, got you.
You know, I don't, and it's one of those. It's a double credit thing. He's not going to be necessarily knocked if the Bellas aren't in it. You know, as far as that, it's like if the Bellas are in it and they win, great. He almost gets two picks on that just for that, just because
Lucky
we're not
bastard.
sure. I don't think she's going to be good enough to go, honestly,
Yeah, yeah.
which sucks
What's your
because
guy?
I hate anybody doing that. But my brother thinks it's going to be Flair and Bliss.
Interesting.
I could see that in his
I could
house.
do.
They're big Rhea Ripley people, and I think big
Oh,
Charlotte and Alexa fans. So I mean, I
oh my
understand
God. There are Rhea Ripley fans there.
big time. I would say if there was a non WWE version, of Rhea Ripley, and I doubt she'll even watch this show, but maybe my brother will tell her if he watches it. Um, like my sister-in-law gets a lot of like inspiration and really like she really has started to like work out more and really get in charge of her health and everything, and she's in fantastic shape. It has a lot to do with Rhea Ripley and people like that. So I can't fault that at all.
Do you mean Rhea Ripley?
Yeah, Rhea Ripley. Not Hans Blix, but Will Ripley.
Rhea Ripley.
But
We got
let's see. Go to Skrilla. Skrilla's a smart man. He agrees with us.
smart
But I
man.
think he's a Bailey fan like I am. And it would be really nice if these were together. They are not. And Ryan said the Bellas. So I'm gonna write him down on that. And maybe it works out. Like he said, he was one of the few that said a few notes. He said pure nostalgia gimmick. So he says the only reason they're going to win is because they came back and they're throwbacks, and they're going to give them the nod for that. Which, okay,
Makes sense, but all
maybe
right.
because if not, why do you come back if you're not going to win the title? But I mean, I don't know. Maybe you need the money.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Next match, which is crazy where this is at. But hey, Seth Rollins versus Gunther. Okay.
This one hurts me so bad.
So there's so many angles I'm looking at here. In one spot, it makes no sense
Are any of them
for
Kurt?
no, I wish I
Okay.
miss Kurt. And no, in one spot, it makes no sense for Seth to lose this. But at the same time, I was sitting back thinking, because I messaged you and I'm like, this match makes no sense. But Gunther said something to Paul that made it make sense. He said, you will owe me a favor. That favor
Yep.
will be SummerSlam Brock Lesnar's career.
Oh, I
So
didn't even think about that. Yeah, I was
that's the
thinking that it
favor.
had to do with the vision, but that's it. That's it.
That I want Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam, and I want him to. That's the favor you owe me, and you will turn on him. That's the favor you owe me.
Well,
Paul
because
Heyman.
we know that just like the Lannisters in Game of Thrones, that the Haymans do pay their debts and ask Seth Rollins last year at WrestleMania, he cashed in that favor and that debt and got Paul over to his side and won. And so if
Gunther becomes the
if
Heyman guy
woo,
after SummerSlam,
woo, he didn't need him,
and
but man, he just become a legend.
so and the way Seth loses this match, Braun Breaker's return.
Can I just say that I wrote a minute ago? I don't know if you can see it. There it is. My X Factor. I already wrote it before I even wrote my pick down. Braun. Braun will factor into the end of this.
Yeah,
He's
Gunther
he
wins.
because see, here's the thing. This match was rushed. It came out of nowhere. It's the safe pick because Braun is probably good enough to go, but it's close. And it's close enough to where they're like, I think we want to rest it because we can do more with him post Mania if we
Yeah,
don't risk him getting re injured. So he's going to be good for spot duty, which is what we're going to see him do. And post, this is going to set up Seth Braun down the road. So as much as it hurts me because I am a giant, like it seems like every day I become a bigger and bigger fan of Seth Rollins.
I do recall not maybe a year ago, you was not a fan of Seth, and I slowly started to
I'm
turn you.
not.
I
It
started.
was it was but between mostly you and a little bit him, I just appreciate so much what he does that I just have turned into the giant fan. Like
I love Seth.
I don't need any more shirts. I need to get rid of a lot of ones I have already. I've debated getting a Seth Rollins shirt really badly, but luckily I've talked myself out of it. Luckily I didn't go with him for Halloween, which was going to be my excuse to get one. And although was this May? No, this is April. What am I doing? May, June, July, August, September. 6 months away. There's plenty of time to get a Seth Rollins shirt.
2026. 2026 Seth Rollins. Yeah,
I did
so I'm
go with
going
Roman
Gunther.
2 years ago, so.
Every 2 years you
But
go with
yeah,
a different
I got
Shield member.
Gunther. It makes all the sense in the world for Gunther to win this because then the thing he talked about makes sense. If not, it makes no sense at all. Um, he's going to take total credit for it, but Braun Breaker is going to come spear Seth Rollins out of his boot from the crowd or somewhere, and then he's going to get choked out, and he'll just pass out like AJ did.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
won't tap or nothing.
He's
He'll
not
just
gonna
pass
sit
out.
there. He's not gonna tap like Jay or not smile like John Cena and tap. Come on, bro.
That was
All right.
great.
So who you guys got?
All right, so Ryan Mark has. Where is it? Did he not pick that one? I don't know if he picked that one. Well, he's active right now. Well, we'll come back to him. Yeah, because I'm looking through all of his picks. Yeah, he skipped that one. All right. So we'll go to Skrilla. Skrilla's gonna go with Gunther.
Can this be the
I kind of
first
thought
sweep?
that.
We've yet to have a sweep.
That's true. I feel like somebody's gonna lone wolf at least one too.
I think we have a different one that's going to be a sweep.
Oh, my brother Jared also Gunther. So
We can come back to that. Oh,
and Mark's just sent me his, so I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait and see what your buddy says before I tell you what his is.
Kilo went with Gunther.
See, that's the problem too, is I have to cover it up because Ryan sent me this on his shoot name, on his government name. But there we go. Can we? Oh, you can't see it. He said Gunther. We got a sweep.
Got a sweep.
We've got a sweep.
Okay. So hey, let's rock and roll.
So you know what just happened? Triple H just threw this out of the way, and Seth Rollins is going to win the match, folks. Bet on it.
Bet on that. You can bet on that.
Braun's gonna miss, and he's gonna hit Gunther. See, I've already booked it. He's gonna miss, and he's gonna hit Gunther, and Paul Heyman's gonna go, or Gunther's gonna just tick him off to where instead of going after Seth, he's like, I'll get him later, and he takes out Gunther first, and Heyman's like, what are you doing? I already owe him, and now you just ticked him off. And Braun just look at him like,
yeah,
one of those two.
Spoiler alert. Last night, closing out night one, Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. Go.
With? You're missing somebody.
Pat McAfee.
Now, did you hear what happened? I heard the opening of a podcast right before I got here because I wanted to hear his take on it. Did you hear what happened last night?
No.
At the compound of where they film at the Thunderdome where they film the Pat McAfee show.
No,
The guy who was cleaning up in the area, who was also a part of their show, V-Dub or something like that, heard a knock on the door. It was storming outside, and he opens it up, and it's Cody Raheem Rhodes. And he says, hey, I talked to Pat earlier. He knew I was stopping by for a minute. So he lets him in. There is video documented proof, because of security cameras, that Cody Raheem Rhodes took a vintage baseball bat and destroyed a good chunk of the normal set of the Pat McAfee show, and then casually walked out and shot a video where in the background Pat McAfee's music is playing, and he says, I'll see you at WrestleMania. So this thing went a whole nother level. We're committing felonies now because there's a lot of memorabilia. Pat went over all the charges. Listen to the first 8 minutes of his show this morning. He don't even start. Normally he starts it with the same build up. No, he starts it, no music, no nothing. He starts it with, listen to what this despicable guy did. That being said, Randall Keith Orton is getting number 15. That has
Okay.
been my pick since day one. That has nothing to do with my bias over the way they're booking Cody. Pat tipped us off when he first said they're doing the John Cena storyline. They're just doing a different twist on it. When John Cena flipped bad, Cody, everything bad about this business is you. And the way we end that is with RKO. And the RKO era needs to start, and they're going to go back to more of that format. This is when they failed with John Cena. I think they penciled in Randy Orton. They said he can make this work. Cena's too good. It won't work. But Randall Keith Orton gets number 15.
Okay. So up until about 2 weeks ago, I was Randy Orton the whole way.
Mm-hmm.
I want Randy Orton to win. I hate Cody Rhodes. But wouldn't it be beautiful if Pat McAfee turns on Randy and Cody does a flip and goes evil?
Remember the other stipulation, though. If Cody wins, no more Pat McAfee in WWE.
I feel like he set that up just so people wouldn't think this.
But why would he help Cody win? Because then he's gone.
He was, like I said, it's just one of them things like, I'm not coming here no more. Just like those many times that Ric Flair's retired, just like Shawn Michaels retired, just like Undertaker retired. It's
Actually, I don't know that he's ever officially retired, but he keeps saying he's done.
who?
Undertaker.
Yeah. But I'm going Randy Orton. I'm just saying the only way I would be okay with Cody winning is if he flips and turns bad. I want him to be a bad guy.
Well, I still want him to turn bad. I don't care if he turns. I mean, as far as that, I still want him to go evil Cody because evil Cody is actually really good, and I
I
enjoy
want him
evil
to be
Cody.
evil Cody as well. But that's the only way I would be okay with him winning this match.
But he can flip evil and still lose the match.
Yeah. But I'm going Randy. Randy wins this match. Kilo, Randy. So that's 3 Randys.
I already know there's a split. I'm looking at one.
Ah,
Ryan went Cody.
right.
You know what? Maybe it's those good substances they give you after knee surgery. It's fogging his mind up a little bit, maybe. And even though he gave me his picks way before that,
He's a mark.
he's a Ryan Mark. But which is fun because hopefully maybe these 4 people will watch the show and they'll give us a lot of crap.
Yes.
Yeah, it should put us up over 1,000 if those 4 listen. That'd be great. Grilla also gonna go with Cody.
Oh my God.
I see why he's doing that. But once again, as I said, just like we are all for the Scottish and all for Drew McIntyre in the House of York. We are so Randall Keith Orton fans that my dad once famously said when Randy Orton has it's the snake skeleton shirt. He saw it and he's like, you know what? That's a badass shirt. He said, man, if I was ever going to get a shirt, I'd get one like that. Well, thanks to WWE Shop and the fact that I got paid within 2 days of him saying that, me and my dad both own that shirt and we wear it out. My dad has one wrestling shirt and it's a Randy Orton RKO shirt with the snake skeleton on it. But my brother also went with Orton because, like I said, we are Orton fans in this house.
Yeah. Love that. That's
So
the end of night one. Okay.
Which is good. I have about half a space left here.
Perfect. And there's less matches on night 2. Night 2 starts off with a banger. If they're putting this in this order, then the people that are able to watch this for free will be able to watch this for free.
Yes, every like I said, the first 2 matches on each night are going to be on ESPN. So those, whether they're in the order they are or not, but the first two that are going to be on ESPN are officially the first two and the main event. So we know as far as the order, it's those two and then the main event. And then what happens in between, who knows? But that's all but a guarantee. They may go 1-2, they may go 2-1 with those matches, but whatever the ESPN ones are going to open every night.
Night 2, match 1, Oba versus Brock.
That's going to start. That has to start.
Yes. Okay. So obviously I'm Oba. This is one I feel like we're going to sweep. If they drop the ball on this one here, it'd be crazy. You cannot. Brock. I feel like Brock wants Oba to win. That's how much I
agree.
just feel like.
I think Paul Heyman wants Oba to win. I think Michael Cole wants him to win. I think the guy back here that's about to sell popcorn and peanuts wants him to win.
As I'm saying, Oba is. I cannot think. Even Brock Lesnar. I wouldn't say. I cannot think of anybody that's gotten this big of a push. Even Goldberg, when he started, did not get this big of a push. He just started. Yeah. Oba is going to be a humongous star, and he deserves it. I think he's great. I'm a huge Oba fan. Like, he's right up under LA Knight with me. Nobody's going to get. I'm telling you, man. That's it right there.
That's swagger. Like I look like a dork when I do it. He looks like the coolest guy in the room when he does it.
I'm telling you, and kids, and you see kids doing it. It's Oba's over, and you can't turn him heel now. You can't not for a good minute.
No.
He's going to have to be a face for a good minute. There's only one guy I can think that's probably selling more merch than him, and he's right up under Oba, and that's in my favorites, and that's Danhausen. That's my guy.
Well, I was going to say, Danhausen is outselling everybody about 13-1 right now.
Yeah, he's the man,
man. One match.
I got it. Yeah. I love Danhausen. But I'm going Oba. There's no way he loses this match.
From the time we even thought that this match could be a possibility, we're talking back before Royal Rumble, when we said, hey, what if these two interact? They've got to interact. This could lead to a WrestleMania match. We were thinking that far away. I'm sure they penciled this in last July, that this was something to look forward to. Bring this kid up. We're going to do this. I have tried to talk myself out of my pick the entire time. Tried to. Really, really badly. I mean, there's not many things on earth I think that could sway my argument. And luckily for me, even though I don't believe in luck, any of those few things did not happen. You got to go with the ruler. The ruler, Obafemi. It makes no sense whatsoever to do all this build-up, in my opinion, and have Brock Lesnar win.
Exactly.
I do know that we're not going to get a clean sweep on this because, but there's an explanation for why. You'll see it in a minute. Because I'm looking. I know one in particular. When he sent me his pick, I saw that one, and I was like, it makes sense. If I had to pick a secondary way this could go, I see what he's saying. But I think if you do that, you're throwing a parachute and slowing the momentum down of Obafemi right now. That rocket ship is starting to really go. I mean, it's to a point where I think he's too big to be in Money in the Bank. He might win Royal Rumble. He might win Royal Rumble.
I'm closing my door. It doesn't make sense to me.
Oh, you think Brock Lesnar's outside?
Yes. But no, it's starting to get a little dark over here. But I'm here. I'm still with you. I took you with me.
Getting a little intimate here on the show. But, we both, Brock has been the one coaching him through all of this too, and giving him pointers on how to make this bigger and badder and better. And
yes.
And he's, like we said, you can see Brock saying, put your foot on my chest. And when he does it and he goes take it away, Brock grabs his foot and holds it there even longer. He's like, no, keep standing there. You have to show that you are over me.
The ruler. Yes.
Yeah. Problem is, I don't know who you go after this. Like, ultimately, I'll say it right now. I want to say it right now because we are 50 3 weeks away, probably, or close to that, from
Come on.
WrestleMania 43.
Come on.
I think at some point, I think one of the two main events next
Braun
year,
Breaker.
because he'll be one too. The other one is going to be Oba Femi versus Gunther.
Oh,
The
yeah.
most over good guy versus the most over bad guy you have, and it is going to just rock everything. You're not going to need to pull in the older veterans to try to save this. You're not going to need to pull in celebrity this or celebrity that. You're going to be in a foreign country. Why not Oba versus Gunther? Two of the most over people in the company on polar opposite sides of the spectrum, and both of them non-American. The first thing I'd do is put them in the main event.
I almost feel like that it's not going to be in Saudi Arabia next year, though.
Oh, it is. They've already cashed that check.
Yeah, I guess so. I just figure out with everything that's going on, it might throw a curveball, but hey, it's neither here nor there. So your buddy went with all right, I'm back. Your buddy went with Brock and Watt.
I'll get to that one last. What did your buddy say?
Oh, Oba.
Okay. Where was it? Dang it. It's not even the one I thought. I thought we were going to get a sleep till that last one. No. My brother went Brock. We're monster Brock fans in our house for sure. I own a couple of his fight shirts. I get that. We're big Brock people. But wait, not him. He's the one I know is going to be okay. Dang it. All three of my people went rogue.
Brock.
No.
Oh.
We've got one for Brock. Skrilla the Great says that Oba and Brock are going to go to a no contest. And Ryan Marks says that it's going to be a DQ, I think. A double DQ? He said something like that. Yeah, he says DQ.
I don't like... hey, it may be. I don't like neither one of those. It makes sense on why you would do that, I guess, so that Brock doesn't lose. But then you take away everything that Brock's done to try to get this kid over.
Then why even bother putting them together if you're not going to put one over?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. But I do think there could be some shenanigans in this, and I hope there's not.
Yeah, let it be. Because they did it with the Cody and Oba match, and it ruined the Cody and Oba match.
Oh, it did. It absolutely. And you were trying to protect Cody, which was the dumbest thing you could have did.
Yes,
it looked horrible. Like you're on your way to a 5-star match, and you just basically you led 198 laps of the race, and the last 2 you ran out of gas, and you didn't even hit the finish line.
All right,
but
yeah. Next up, the 6-pack ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship. You got Penta versus Javon Evans versus Dragon Lee versus JD McDonough versus Rusev versus Rey Mysterio. Who you got? I know who I got.
There's not a lot of good choices. This is like an elimination chamber, like the third or fourth one they did, where there was like 2 legit guys who could win and 4 people that were there to make it look pretty.
I see.
I can't make a big enough argument for some of them. I don't think Javon has been there and established himself enough, or I would say I don't mind him winning. He's a great kid. I don't think his time is now. You're not going to give it to Ray, because the reason why Ray is not getting retired by Gunther is because Ray says the only way that I go out is I lose to Dom. So whenever that happens, it's probably that could be SummerSlam, that could be Backlash, but that's why Ray's in this match and not in some other matches, because
could be
they wanted Gunther
to
retire him, and he was like, no, thank you.
It could be WrestleMania next year.
No, I don't think Ray sticks around that long. Now, well, here's the thing. Ray has also said he would like it to be in Mexico, so it could be on a AAA card.
AAA.
It could be. I forgot about that. I really thought the whole time that Penta is not going to retain it, but they're not going to give it to JD. You're not going to give it to Dragon Lee. I think just for the lack of not a lot of options, I think Penta retains it somehow. It's a boring
Okay.
answer.
Do you have a 1B? That's your 1A. Who's your 1B? We could do a 1B, if not Penta.
Let's see. Ray, JD, Dragon Lee, Penta, Javon, Rusev.
Yeah.
See, they haven't really built any of the rest of them up at all outside of Javon. Because like Rusev would be cool, it'd be different, but all he's done is job out there everybody since he came back. Um, I'm crapping all over whatever could be your picks too. If
No.
there is a 1B, Dragon Lee,
Okay.
because people get
All right.
behind him and he showed a little bit of fight.
So I'm on the Javon Evans train. I think this is the his match. This is a match where he will shine. Um, and I think this is the setup to him possibly winning Money in the Bank. They're going to see how he carries the IC title, see if
Mm-hmm.
people like it, because this would be an easy title to get off of him. So
Sure.
that's my 1A. Javon Evans is my 1A. My 1B, it's not Dragon Lee. Rusev is there just to throw people around, to do the heavy lifting. My 1B is JD because he's not in a tag team anymore. He's
No.
another one that I feel like, okay, we've seen what you've done in tag teams. Let's see if you can carry a belt. He is the Raw Dragunov, and you've seen what Dragunov did with the United States
Cool.
title. So to me,
Okay.
JD would be a great IC champion.
And it would give Judgment Day another title.
Yeah,
I like that. I think, split and thin from him and everything.
yeah. So it's Javon and JD.
Okay.
Kilo, and the reason I asked for two is because today when I was asking
I
Kilo,
got I got a couple of double answers on some of these.
got you. Okay, well Kilo said Javon also, but he said Ray, Javon or Ray, which made no sense to me. But he said,
Actually, Ryan Marks agrees with him 100%. Says Evans or Ray.
"Wow, wow, okay,
Um, okay. Skrilla says Penta,
interesting."
and the Penta. Penta. My brother also says Penta. So it's just like I said. Javon's had some good moments, and he hasn't really had any bad ones. He's had some good moments, and they're doing a good job of slow building him. But outside of that, the other four they have just not done a thing with, and that's what was weird. It's like I'm a big JD McDonough fan. I would love to see something like that, but outside of the Judgment Day getting another title and them not having to worry about tag titles, I think that's not a bad idea. Although Dom and JD would be a good team.
I agree, but Dom's past tag teams. Um, okay, next match, Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley. Um,
I can write mine down very.
couldn't they both lose?
I was going to say the winner of this match is whoever doesn't watch it, but I mean I don't want to insult the two of them. They're so far apart in the wrestling game that one of two things is going to happen. Jade is so green that she's going to do something to really tick off Ripley, who's just going to bury her right there in the middle of the ring, or you're going to see Rhea have to constantly keep going back and dragging Jade through this match because I don't know that she has the gas tank to go for 15 minutes with Rhea Ripley.
I'm gonna throw a wrench. So you said you're going with Rhea?
I haven't said anything yet.
Oh, okay.
I was just saying that I think Rhea's going to drag her through the match. I hadn't said who's going to win necessarily yet because I mean there's a lot of X factors and you pick first on this one anyway, right?
Okay. I don't know.
Yeah, this is the third
Sure.
one. So
Okay. Um, Jade wins because Io turns on Rhea.
okay,
I feel like
you can.
that little "you're my best friend," lovey-dovey, let's hug every time we see each other. It's very sickening. I hate their friendship, and there's nothing I would love more than to see Io turn on Rhea Whipwee.
The only problem with that is at some point we got to see Io versus Asuka, and you got to keep Io on the good
I
side of
think
it.
I think they're past that. I think they're past that. If it's not happening here, it's not happening. So it's Io turning on Rhea Whipwee, and Jade keeps the title. That way, it makes it legit why Jade beat Rhea. She had to have all the help. She had to have Mishan help. She had to have um the other chick help. She had to have Io help. And that's the only way that Rhea can win. Just like the only way Randy Orton can beat Cody Rhodes is if Pat McAfee helps, which makes no sense at all. But hey,
October, November, December, January, February, March. Let me just throw this out here. It's going to give away what I'm thinking.
Nia,
No,
not
is
Nia Jax, but
is
Naomi.
is Jimmy is Jimmy a dad yet?
I
Well, I
think
was
they
just trying
just
to
had the
find out.
baby.
Okay,
Just had the baby.
just had it.
Yes.
Okay,
Like
okay.
maybe
So,
2 weeks
so that's
ago.
out. So that's out. Too new. Because I was saying, what a great time for her to show up.
Well, you know what's going to happen? Naomi's going to. I think she's going to be gone for a whole year. But I think the best time for her to come back would be Money in the Bank and to win Money in the Bank again.
And basically just start over.
There you go. Yeah.
But you said Rhea?
No, I said Jade. Jade wins
Oh,
because Io Sky.
okay.
Rhea Whipwee does not win.
I think you got to get the title off Jade.
I think it'll happen at
Uh,
Backlash or Monday night. It'll happen someplace, but
but why are you giving her that WrestleMania moment to leave with the belt?
you want because you've been putting so much into her, and you want to
You completely
see what
disrupted.
happens with Rhea.
You completely disrupted the most over women's tag team you had. Split it up out of the blue to pull Rhea from Raw to SmackDown to help save your main event over there. So you don't go to all that
And
effort if you don't have Rhea win. And I got to go Rhea
who
for that reason. Just
who else do you
I'm
put
honestly
against her though?
Rhea to me is like the female Cody Rhodes, and I don't
Yeah,
like the booking at all that she gets. That she just goes over everybody, and she is really good and really great. And that's I have nothing against her. It's just annoying that if you see her in a match, you're just like, well, she's going to win, so you can go do something else for 10 minutes.
I feel like she's going to get booed out the arena if she wins. I feel like fans are tired of seeing her win. So if Rhea wins, we could see a heel turn here real soon, which also she might need.
Which is going to set up
The her
who's
and
going to win
Io.
Money in the Bank, and I know who should take it off of her, and it will boost her even higher than she was before she got hurt.
I want to see. Okay, I want to see Ruka. But go ahead.
She's not up yet. After Mania,
Yeah, they've
there's
teased her a couple
there's a
times.
handful of big players coming.
Yeah.
Um,
So you got Wheel Whipwee.
I got Wheel Whipley. Um, I like the heel turn. If she starts now, they're gonna have to pump it in to start with because she's still super over.
Yes,
But when they start pumping that in to drown out the actual crowd, which they do sometimes. They don't do it all the time. They're not the
they
Atlanta
do it.
Falcons.
Yeah.
They don't do it all the time. It just sometimes. Um, this is going to lead to her just continuing to be despicable and going, I don't care what you guys do. You can boo me all you want. The boos keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. They don't have to pump in as much because it's actually taken over. And then Miss Stratton is going to win Money in the Bank and be the one to cash in on her and take it from Rhea Ripley. Boom, instant star.
There you go.
The same way all the Rhea matches with Charlotte made her an instant star.
There you go. That's what gave me the idea was how heavy Charlotte got booed.
Yeah.
And they're like, we're tired of seeing this person win all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what you guys got? Kilo over here got Rhea.
Okay. Well, come on. My brother, I was about to say if he doesn't take Rhea, he's gonna probably need a couch to sleep on. So he definitely took Rhea. Smart. You know, he listens to his brother with that marriage advice that either have a really plush couch that you can sleep on occasionally, or just don't do something to get put on the couch. That's
Yes.
the easiest thing. Um, okay, Skrilla's gonna go with you on that one. Skrilla's
Let's
gonna say
go.
Jade. I see that. I see where he's going with it. I would love to hear his actual explanation. And looks like Ryan is also going to go Rhea on that. So all right, we're a little split on that one.
All right.
We do. That's everybody. Okay.
Match number 4. Sami Zayn versus Whoop That Trick. My new favorite on SmackDown, Trick Williams.
I was getting really tired of him at the end of his NXT run, which bled over into his initial SmackDown run. But man, he grows on you. He grows
He's a
on you.
star,
And the
bro.
kid, and once
He's
he's
a
calmed
star.
down and stopped trying to be so fast, he's slowed down. He got way ahead of himself, and it looked like he was a deer on ice or something like that. It was all over the place. He's really started to kind of dial it in a little bit, and those whoop that trick chant, that's legit. People love to chant it, whether they like him or not. They love to chant that.
They're turning
So
him into a face.
yeah,
The fans are
and
turning Trick into a
we're gonna
face.
get evil Sammy, which is the best Sammy. I do know that Sammy's buddy. I don't know if he's still going to be in town or not. Kevin Owens was supposed to be part of the meet and greet, and he got pulled at the last minute. And they said it
Oh,
wasn't disciplinary and it wasn't anything like that. They said just the timing didn't work. So I don't know if maybe he couldn't make it into town,
or he's preparing for a match type
or
energy.
he's ready to come back and I think help Sammy. But it'd be a great WrestleMania moment for Trick, just in time for all of his reinforcements to come from NXT. That I mean, what a heck of a year that would be for him. Because is this the U.S. title?
Yes, it is.
Then I'm gonna say Sami Zayn retains because the U.S. title stays on foreign people and Trick's from Philadelphia or something. He played with the Eagles. He's I forgot where he's from. He's American. Trick is straight up American. I thought it was Texas actually, but maybe it's just because he's like Booker T. I think Sammy is going to retain either through some evil underhanded way, or he's going to
He's
have
from South
outside help.
Carolina.
South Carolina. There we go. See, he's a local then. He might as well be one of us.
Yeah.
I would love it for Trick at this point, but I like Sammy too. I think Sammy's going to retain. He's going to have outside help. If I absolutely had to pick somebody, I would say KO. I don't think it necessarily has to be KO, but I think there's gonna be some shenanigans that are gonna help Sammy.
Okay.
In fact, I'm gonna.
Um, I
So I'm gonna put shenanigans.
honestly, I honestly wanted to see Carmelo Hayes versus Trick Williams for this United States.
Maybe Carmelo's the outside. Yes, I think Carmelo's hurt. I think that's why he got taken
Yeah,
out of this.
and that's what I'm
Something
thinking.
happened real late
His
where it
his
just swapped
his
real quick.
knee. I think he hurt his knee for real. Um, I'm going Trick. I'm going Trick all the way. Trick wins his first major title,
Yeah,
and Sammy is a modern is a lower version of Drew McIntyre.
I'm not gonna say lower, but he's a different version. Yeah,
I'm saying lower in the matter of Drew only gets the world title to drop it to people to make them look good. He does this with the smaller titles.
he does it with the middle titles. Yeah.
Yes. So I'm going Trick. I say he's going to whoop that Trick.
All right.
And Kilo also went Trick.
I'm looking. Huh, man.
He didn't do
I
that
gotta
one
get
either.
after. I gotta get after Ryan. He didn't do that one either. Hold on. This is live on the show, people. But
Come on, Ryan.
be
Get it,
better, Ryan.
get it together. Lock in, bruh.
I'm gonna kick in your other knee.
All right.
Actually, I wouldn't do that. He knows I wouldn't do that. I can outrun him right now, but he is bigger than me otherwise. So
Who'd your other two go with?
yeah, let's go and go to them. All right. Skrilla agrees with me. He's gonna go Sami Zayn on that one. See, Evil Sammy, Evil Bailey, and Evil Sammy, best version. And my brother's gonna go Trick Willie with you.
Whoop that Trick.
Come on, I know you're active. I'm gonna go back and look at his list just to make sure. I even like that at the end of Ryan's, he says, "I'll come back to this and adjust if I need to, or you'll just answer all the questions."
All right, well, we'll come back.
We'll
We'll
come
come
back to
back
him.
to that.
If
Yeah.
hopefully before now and the end of the show he gets back, and if not, I'll still write his down once I know it.
Match number 5.
Yep.
Dominic Mysterio versus not Finn Balor
The
versus
demon.
the Demon. Now, anybody that's been a Finn fan for the
Ooh.
longest knows that the Demon has only lost once. The Demon never loses.
Hold on, now I gotta think. Do you know who he lost to?
Yes, it was. Not off the top of my head, dadgummit. Because I was reading something about it.
I want to say Steph, but I don't think it was because he beat Seth, but he wasn't the demon when he beat him.
He's lost
Oh,
very few matches with his primary losses as the character occurring against 2021 was against Roman Reigns. The very first
okay.
loss for the Demon persona was occurred in NXT against Samoa Joe, but the last time Edge defeated the Demon in a Hell in a Cell match at WrestleMania 39.
That's right, because I was super mad about that. Really mad. Like
So
madder than if Cody wins. That I was mad.
I love Dom. We all know this. Big, huge Dom fan. I'm a Dom fan. I'm a Logan Paul fan. I love these great heels. We don't have too many great heels anymore because it's so hard to be a great heel because people want to cheer you.
Yeah,
These two guys are great at being heels.
they are.
Still going with the Demon. I'm going Finn Balor. Even though I know Finn wants to put him over because he wants to pass the torch, I feel like he pulled out the demon to have a reason to beat him. You just don't. I mean, you don't just have this demon put away for 3 years and then pull him out to lose.
Or if, like you said, the reason why you split Finn Balor away from them is because they don't need him anymore, and he's on the swan song. Maybe not necessarily in the last year, but in the last, he's on the back nine of his career for sure. And what if the ultimate way on the way out to do that is to put over the new leader of the group, and you bust out the demon thing where everybody's like, "Oh, no way he's losing. He's the demon." Well, if Dom beats the demon, that puts him up another notch too. I
It
think this
does.
WrestleMania is going to feature. It's going to really be about putting the younger guys over and really elevating all the new versions, so we don't have to keep pulling back all the old ones all the time to try to help save the card. I mean, John Cena's hosting the thing. That's
Yeah.
Ticket sales are so bad they're doing 25% off so that people will go to Vegas.
And the
It's
only
not even
reason,
Saudi Arabia. 25% off so you'll go to night one of Las Vegas, and you're pulling back John Cena just so people will show up. And it's not because the card's bad, it's because it's like $1
they're
million
asking
to
too
sit
much
in the top
money.
row.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm even go put Demon on yours. I'm a big fan of the Demon. I'm glad that he only busts it out every so often because, like he said, it's only when he gets pushed to that level. And I hate it for Finn because I want Finn to go on and do some great things. I think him and Sammy and a bunch of them can really feud right now and have some great banger matches. I think, once again, this is Dom's opportunity to go up another notch. And I think Dominic Mysterio is going to beat the Demon. He might have a ton of help. He might not. He might have a ton of help, probably, like anybody that wants to come out. But I think Dominic Mysterio wins this match.
Okay. All
And
right.
there we go. Ryan must have woke up from his nap. He went Trick Willie.
Good pick. While you're looking at that, who'd he go with on this one? Or do we got to text him for this one as well?
Nope, he went Demon on this one. And Skrilla the Great went with the Demon as well. Is this going to be the Lone Wolf? It's going to be the
Are
Lone
you the
Wolf one?
lone wolf here?
Maybe. It happens. Um, so far I am. What'd Kilo say?
Kilo went the demon. You
I'm
are the
Lone
lone
Wolfing.
wolf, my friend.
I'm Team Dom on this one. I got you, Dom.
Oh, this could be the one that puts you over because you are the
It
only
could.
one that would get a point for this if Dom wins.
I think he will. I think this was supposed to be the showcase for Braun Breaker. And when that got tabled because of his injury, they said, what else can we do? Okay, we've got Oba. What else can we do? We can feature the Vision. What else can we feature? We
Trick,
can Trick Williams. We can feature Dominic
Javon
Mysterio. Here,
Evans.
all these Javon Evans. It's these next ones. We can elevate them all at once. We can stick them on the same elevator and hit Penthouse and jump them through the roof. And I think that's what they're going to use WrestleMania as is to not only they got the name value so that you'll buy it and they'll spend the money up front. That takes care of the TKO part. But Triple H and crew are like, well, why not use this as the ultimate way to bump everybody up, knowing that a whole nother set of them are coming from NXT in a week.
Okay, so we end that conversation about pushing all the new people to end the night,
Talk about the two oldest people on the entire roster.
right? End the
Pretty
night,
close.
night two, the last match of this preview that's going close to 2 hours. Enjoy the show, guys. We've enjoyed
Yeah.
doing it. CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. Is this CM Punk's first main event WrestleMania
Last year.
against Seth?
It was these two and Seth in a
But this is
three-way
his
match.
first one by himself, like a
Yeah.
one-on-one.
Yeah. Because
He
this is
shared
only the
it.
second one ever he's had. So yeah.
There we go.
Which he would have had more, but he pulled the Stone Cold and he grabbed his ball and went home for 9 years. So, I mean, it is what it is. He would have probably main evented for a while if he had stayed on top, but we also wouldn't have got
We
this
don't know.
cool nostalgic Punk that we've had the last 5 or 6 years. So, it
So
worked
you
out.
started off. This is on you, CM Punk or Reigns.
Thing is, without even looking, I could probably predict what my other three people said, knowing by conversations we have had about both these people. Um, I think there is. I've read some stuff, but I think there is some real animosity between these two. I think the same way that CM Punk and Seth Rollins, there's just about this much of them that really doesn't like each other. I think there's about this much of Roman and CM Punk that don't like each other for the reasons that they have said out loud, and they haven't come to blows much. I think there's been a couple real shots in there, but they haven't come to blows much because they're professionals, and they're going to wait till the main event Sunday night to let it out. Um, Punk's had a really good run so far. Just the thing that just popped in my head now: if you have Punk go over Roman, where does he go next? Seth would be the only other possibility because there's not really you don't want Gunther and CM Punk because anytime Gunther lines up with you, you think he's going to retire somebody, and Punk's not going to retire right now, so you want to keep Gunther away from him. There's not a lot of options.
Same thing could be
You
said
haven't
for Roman,
elevated the
though.
other ones up, huh?
Same thing could be said for Roman. Where does he go next?
Well, and not to sway you, but something that I sent to one of the three people that I will read his pick because we talk about Roman a lot because I think this guy has some Roman-esque things sometimes. Um, there's a quote. There it is. Roman was talking to a guy named Nico Leonard. I'll be honest, I don't know who Nico Leonard is, but I just said his name twice on the show, so you're welcome. He says, and I quote, this is Roman Reigns, I know I still have more to offer. There's not any accolade that I can win in wrestling now, but I can take a championship and then showcase what happens to a championship when you put it on a megastar. And that's my goal is to showcase the difference between when I have a title and when everybody else has one. Unquote. I think Punk's done everything he can do with this title. I don't know that Punk having the title going forward can elevate it anymore. So you'd obviously think, okay, we've got to swap, we've got to change it. Who do we change it to? Why not somebody that's in a movie coming up, a blockbuster movie? Luckily, they're not going to Cody Rhodes with this one, who's also in that movie, but he is in the Street Fighter movie. He is a megastar. I do think that comment tells me that he's going to be more present. I think the reason he hasn't been is because of the media tour and that movie that he's been gone a little bit. That should all be under wraps now. I think we're going to see Roman more, and we're not done seeing the Bloodline storyline that is now going on year 7, I think, of it being featured. I don't think we're quite done. Like you said, there's other members of that family that could show up anytime soon. Zilla showing up at the end of this wouldn't be a bad idea. I think he'd show up more for Jacob Fatu than Roman, but it wasn't to throw you off. I wore this man's shirt because we're a Roman Reigns house, and just like I said with a few others, there's not many that you can argue that I'll put above Roman in a one-on-one situation. I think this is the tribal chief's time. I think he's going to elevate this title and do more with it, and not saying Punk can't, that it's a level Punk can't reach. No, Punk did everything and more that he could possibly do with that. I don't want anything detracted from his run. I just think it's time to see what Roman can do with it in a different direction. So we're tribal chief.
So you said a few things that kind of embarked on why I'm picking my pick, but it's the opposite of what you said,
Mm-hmm.
and like your reasons. Um, Also, I didn't for this one. I didn't think about the like who's next for either one of them.
I didn't
Um,
until I started talking and it popped in my head.
so this is what I'm breaking down because I've got answers for both of these,
Mm-hmm.
and it might influence my pick away from my original. Number one, Roman Reigns still has an Fast and Furious movie that he's in. The next one that he's in, he is in the new Fast and Furious, so they got to film that.
Sure.
He's not coming, and we agree. We said earlier in the show, Drew McIntyre's people need to get with Roman Reigns because he doesn't know how to separate the two lives. Um,
Or maybe he chooses not to.
yeah. I feel like you don't put the title on Roman for that simple fact that he can't be at the show, and it kind of makes it pointless. Um, but like you said, if he this there's two things here. Number one,
Hmm.
Who did you say Roman goes who's next on Roman's if he wins? Because I have who's next. Oba. Where does Oba go after Brock? Oba goes after the champion Roman Reigns. Makes more sense. Oba versus Punk does not make sense. So Oba versus Roman is beautiful. That's how else would you get the title on Oba? You see how Oba
I
carries
think I
this,
think
this
it's too early for the title on him, but I get at some point that would make sense.
This okay. So, outside of that, I don't know where you go unless you do this whole Jay versus Roman again, which doesn't make no sense. Um,
Yeah.
then I look at okay, who's next for CM Punk? Who I think of? Randy Orton. Why? The Pat McAfee thing. We haven't seen Randy versus CM Punk. That's actually one feud that we have not seen really. And wouldn't it make more sense for CM Punk to go against Randy to try to take the title off of Randy over there on SmackDown?
But that's champion versus champion at that
But
point.
that leans towards why I think Roman. That's it, right. I'm
Oh,
telling you what. Yeah, that leads like Roman wins. Oba's his next person. And so also CM Punk's next person is Randy as the new champion. Now
I think CM Punk and Seth still have to settle some stuff
Seth's got to
because
worry about
I
the
could argue
vision.
Seth is down the road, but he's got too much confusion going on right now to go after either title.
I think Seth's got Braun Breaker on his sites right now.
Hmm.
Seth's got the vision. That's not done yet. So that's why I'm like no.
And see,
Um,
that's the other thing is if Punk retains, then Braun might take it from him soon.
Possibly. I think if Seth if CM Punk retains, here's the thing. If Cody beats Randy, CM Punk wins. Because Randy and CM Punk, I just have a feeling that's what's next, and Randy comes to Raw. Because CM Punk was very adamant about what Pat McAfee said. And
Yeah,
Pat McAfee is Randy Orton's little sidekick.
yeah,
That's them planting the seeds for them two to face each other. And think
yeah.
about it. Think about it. Randy Orton beating CM Punk for that title, still number 15. So it's 15 regardless. It's a world title. It wasn't this world title or that world title. It's a world title.
But what if Randy wins the title and Pat McAfee starts shooting his mouth off that CM Punk lost his title, and CM Punk goes, "If you don't shut your mouth, I'm going to come over there and slap you and take his belt." And Randy go, "Whoa, how did I get in the middle of
That's what I'm
this?"
saying.
And now there's
It's
that feud.
it's
So
going.
you're
That's what I'm
saying
saying. It's
that
going to.
you're saying the flip side that what if Randy goes after Punk's title, and I'm saying what if Punk goes after Randy's title?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Either way, if I just feel like it's going to be, but I'm riding with CM Punk here.
Okay.
I mean, this is literally a match that I'm more interested to see what happens after than the actual match itself.
As yeah, as most of their main events typically go.
Yeah, I'm like I don't know what this story because last year it made sense last year with Roman, Seth, and CM Punk. Like no matter what, you was going to get a feud out of that.
Yeah.
Um, the year before that, it was what Drew and somebody with CM Punk watching, and then that's when CM Punk made his
Cody?
return, and then
Was it
Damian
Drew
Priest
Cody?
came. Might have been, but it was I don't
Cody's
know.
my default choice on anything in the last handful of years
Yeah,
that I can't remember.
yeah. Actually, no.
No, it
Yeah.
was, or was it? No, it was. I think it was Drew Cody.
Now you got me wanting to go back and look. Let's see. Um, I'll go with Kilo went CM Punk.
Wow. Okay. Well, so did Ryan and my brother Jared and Skrilla. We're Team Roman. We're big Roman people for that reason. And the reason why I sent that to Skrilla is the way his wrestling journey is going right now. He's in that similar boat where he's like, it's not necessarily about the accolades. It's what putting your crown on my head will do for your kingdom. Like what I can do with it, I can take it to a different spectrum, a different audience than what has had it previously. Doesn't mean I'm better, doesn't mean I'm worse. I'm just saying I'm going to be different and do something different with it.
I forgot. Yeah, 2 years ago it was that whole night one is the Bloodline versus the Cody and
Oh,
Seth, and then night two was Cody versus Roman with Bloodline rules. That was such a horrible, horrible storyline.
yeah, because even Dwayne
Um,
looked terrible.
yeah. Okay. Well, there we are, guys.
Yeah. So yeah, we're kind of split and kind of all over the board with different stuff for sure. It especially with my terrible writing. I mean, it looks crazy, but
Hey, if you
I
can
will.
read it, that's all that matters.
Yeah,
So
I'm gonna snap a photo and send it to Daniel here shortly, or just in case something happens to it, we have record of it. But
here's what we got. Here's what we got right now, okay? We both got Liv beating Stephanie, so that's one title change in hands.
yeah,
We've got Becky beating AJ Lee. That's two titles changing hands.
you went AJ on that one.
Did I?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well,
But either way,
oh, that's right, because I talked myself into somehow. But
uh-huh.
okay. But either way, Becky Lynch,
Bailey Lyra.
I could see Becky winning that. But I'll stick with AJ. Number three, the tag team titles. We all know that the Lash and them's going to lose. Three titles changing hands, and most people went with Randy Orton, so that's
Yep,
four titles changing hands.
and that's night
Uh,
one.
yeah, it's night one, four titles. Half of us picked against Penta, five
Yep.
titles changing hands.
Um, I,
Majority picked against Jade.
yep.
That's six titles changing hands. Majority picked Trick Williams.
Yeah.
That's seven titles changing hands.
If Dom doesn't have a title anymore, does his is
No,
AAA.
yes, and then I think majority picked CM Punk, but if Reigns wins, that's eight titles changing hands.
Please let this happen. Not for the sake of being
Legitimately,
right. This would be the most
yes.
chaotic pay-per-view in WWE history if 8 titles change hands.
I looked it
That's
up because
ridiculous.
me and Kilo was talking about this. I looked it up. The most titles that's ever changed hands.
At a WrestleMania,
Yes.
I'm going to go with that.
Nope.
It may not even be that.
It's so it's 13, but that was the um that's when there was a 20, it was the hardcore title that changed hands about 15 times.
I just think of that picture.
But
Yeah, I don't know if that
but
counts.
WrestleMania 33 and WrestleMania 34 both had 4 and 5 occur at each.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So if the 7 happens, that will be a record. That didn't include a title called the 24/7 or the hardcore title. Um, so we'll mention some people here that I think it's kind of weird that they're not on WrestleMania, but there's not a room for everybody. I'm kind of upset that we will not be seeing Tiffany Stratton. I'm upset that we would not
Yeah,
see the original El Grande go against the other
yeah.
El Grande.
Well, the same reason we're going to see Dom and Ray in Mexico. I think that match will be in Mexico. It will be El Grande, El
But
Grande.
but see, Chad, who is not the original,
No,
needs to be unmasked in front of the United States in at a WWE event for it to really mean something in WWE.
no, because no, if it happens in Mexico, then he can be banned from Mexico or kicked out of Mexico and then just come back. That makes sense.
He can still be the original American, the
He can be
original one
banned.
here.
He can be banned from Mexico.
Okay. Another. I'm trying to think. Natalie, I'm kind of confused on why she's not on the card, but
Natalia,
really, what is she
yeah.
doing? Natalia, yeah.
Well, because
Um,
she hadn't done anything in a month. I haven't seen her on TV. I don't think
her and
Maxine.
Maxine, yeah,
But it's not. It's just like I mean, it's an even smaller story than Asuka and Io right now. So neither one of them are going to make it.
yeah. Okay, yeah. Well, I'm getting tired. I've been up to three o'clock this morning, um, fighting yawns. I think this is going to be an interesting WrestleMania. I'm off Sunday and Saturday. I get off at 2 or 2:30 or something like that.
I was going to see if you're going to get a chance to watch these because I have a rare off week where there is nothing really brewing. I should be able to
Yeah.
watch both of these live, and as long
I,
as
I
he's awake, he will too.
yes, I made it a point. Like I told you, I mentioned I'm now working at Panera Bread in Douglasville. I've got a great GM that I work under. Our DO is great. Like this GM, um, honestly, he's like a carbon copy of me. Like it's like working for myself. Dude, super cool. He's great. We're gonna do great things for this store. We need I don't know how many of y'all that watch this are in the Douglasville area, but we need y'all to come up there. We need you to have a Panera account so that you can leave some good reviews because
I think I still have a Panera card somewhere.
I mean it's really just put your number in and have your account, and if you order something, they'll send you an email. If you get the email, give us five and say that how great we are. We need some good reviews.
And maybe suggest this show should be live from there or something. Yeah.
That'd be fun. I mean, like people come up there. It's like it's a better Starbucks. We've got these stuffers right now, salad stuffers that are great. Oh my God. And I would tell some other stuff that we got coming, but I don't know if I'm allowed to, so I'm not going to.
Hey, I would say in general, and not just pump them up, but I've always liked Panera Bread because they always have great food. The drinks are good too, and
The
all. But
broccoli cheddar soup.
I had yeah, the soup is ridiculous. And I'm a big soup connoisseur. It's one of my favorite things in the world. But I had a grandmother that used to just get these cravings for like bagels and things like that that Panera would have, and so I ended up going by there a lot more than I ever thought I wanted to, and I got hooked on the stuff as much as she did. So I need to make a return trip. It's been a minute since I've been up there, so I
Come
will have
on
to
out.
come check that out.
Come on out and bring some friends. But this is gonna be a good WrestleMania. I'm gonna say before out of 10, I'm gonna give it the pre-score. I'm giving it a. I'm looking at the lineup. Night night two will be better than night one, I think.
Okay.
I give night one. I'm gonna say out of 10. I hate out of five because there's a lot there. You can miss it.
Yeah.
Out of 10, night one gets a 7.5 right now. Night two will get an 8. That's so together I'm giving it a 15.5 out of 20.
Okay. Or you're basically giving it a 7 and 3/4.
Yes. Actually, yes, yeah, 7.75. Good call.
Um, I don't know. I feel like night one could be really sneaky. I don't want it to set the bar too high because then night two is going to really have to scramble to get up to that level like that. I think both are going to be very star-studded. I think there's going to be some down moments that we didn't think were, and some up moments that we didn't think were too. I I think night yeah I think night one is going to be an 8.5. I think it's going to be really really good. I think night two is going to be close to an 8. So about an 8.25, I guess, is where I'm at. I'm right at an 8 for this show. I was thinking 8 out of 10 before you split it into 2 nights. So I'm trying to get that average. I think an 8 out of 10 because it's not gonna be completely perfect because there's gonna be moments probably involving Rhea Ripley and Cody Rhodes that I want to throw things. But
With you on that.
other
I
than
feel like
that, I think this
Danhausen's
is
going to have an interesting
yeah
moment.
yeah. Danhausen's gonna. I don't know what he's going to do because the Miz is not on here, and that's the current person. He's going to do something. They're going to have
Jelly
Danhausen just
Rolls,
come out, if nothing else, and go, "Hey, I'm Danhausen."
Jelly Roll is going to do something.
Yeah, yeah. There's too many celebrities, or there's too many
Celebrities, you
commonly
said it
known
right.
people. Commonly known people. Like, there's no reason for Jelly Roll to even be in this. At least I Show Speed is in a match. At least Pat McAfee works for WWE occasionally. And Jelly Roll is just like, hey, I want to be on WrestleMania, so can I just randomly show up and wedge my way into a match? Yeah, sure. Come to SmackDown. Okay, that seems like how
Yeah.
that works. Like, then personal Jelly Roll, I'm sure he's a great guy, and he's an okay wrestler. He can more than handle his own, but I don't need him there at all. But other than that, yeah, I
All right.
think 8 out of 10. I think we're right on the mark. I think it's going to be right at 8 out of 10 ish. I hope it's better,
I
but
do
I
too.
think it's going to be really good, and they need it to be a banger because the big question mark is next year. But that's a whole nother podcast.
And that's a whole nother year.
Yeah, they've a whole nother year of who knows what could happen.
All right. But that was fun.
But yeah, we're at the 2:08 mark, so we're gonna call it so Daniel can go to bed and I can eat the
Yes,
rest of my
I'm
dinner
tired.
that has been
I'm
staring
literally
at me
about to
since
lay
I got
down.
home.
All right.
But we're not just your average cronies. We're the Backstage Jabronis. We will see you guys next week to recap all of this and to tell you how our picks were way better than all four people that we got to tune them in, even though we really, really enjoy all of those people in our lives and appreciate
Yeah.
them taking the time to send those in, including Ryan, who I had to wake up twice to get to finish his picks. Just kidding, Ryan. Hope that everything is going to go with the rehab. But he's Daniel Snyder. I'm Jeremy York. We're the Backstage Jabronis. We will see you guys next week. Deuces, gooses. Go watch WrestleMania.